You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne.
Welcome back, guys. TBM Reviews here. My name is Toby. Before any further ado, I'd like to make a big shout out to Cheverolet James Woods pre-owned right here in Texas for bringing me this car for you guys to review. Currently, this car is on sale on their website, and if you guys are interested or in the area, give him a call. Give Jason a call. Tell him Toby from TBM Reviews sent you. Without any further ado, let's carry on the way, shall we, with this review. Alright, just getting into the 2014 Corvette Stingray, you realize it's just very, very low to the ground. Getting in the car, it's hard. Also, getting out of the car, it's also hard as well. When I was getting into this car, I actually clipped my right knee on the dashboard mount because it's so pointy. I mean, it looks cool, the design, but that's not a thing to watch out for in case, or if you have bad knees. The hood, and this car feels like I'm in a boat. It's just, that's the feeling I get when I sit in the Corvette. And also, you can tell I have plenty of headroom, plus the hair. Yeah, it's very, very, I have a couple of inches to spare. I'm 6'2", if you're 6'3", 6'4", you probably be about here. But then again, this is a hard top. You can take off the convertible. It's a convertible hard top. You can just take it off. It takes less than 2 minutes to take it off. This is the 2014 Corvette Stingray 1LT. So basically, this is the stripped down version of all the Stingrays they have, from the Z06 to this. This is like almost like a bare bones, but I would call it bare bones because Chevy is really popular for stripping out parts, making cars really, really cheap. But they didn't do that here. I mean, yes, they took out the maybe the head-up display, the spoiler, just one little piece was an integrated third brake light. It's there, but just sitting in this interior, it feels premium for the price you're gonna be paying for this car. The dashboard, it's kind of plasticky, but has this fake, has that contrast stitching on there. It's white with the contrast. The cockpit is just driver oriented, or driver focused, should I say. It's very, very easy to be in this car. Like when you sit in this car, you have one thing in mind: just drive. Either drive, fast on the racetrack, or just drive and just focus, because everything's just veered towards you. And the passenger has their own little section away from there. Like you separate the passenger from the driver, so you're not distracted by the passenger or your wife or whatever it is. If you see my videos, for all my previous videos, I'm a big sucker for very, very nice steering wheel. This has a nice steering feel. I like the contrast stitching on the steering wheel, the white. The 993 grips is very, very comfortable. It feels nice and solid. If you're wondering, for 2014, this one has 11,000 miles on it, and it's a one owner car. So you can imagine 3 years, one owner car. It's been well maintained. So that's one thing about these really higher performance cars. People are so scared to get one because people can't afford the maintenance. But if you're different, in your case, if you can afford the maintenance, just maintain this car. And you just realize what you pay for, it's an investment, and you can just keep this car and just put a few miles on a year, or just drive it and put like 100,000 miles on this car and maintain it. Either way, you be good. I like the instrument cluster gauge though. I like the screen in the middle, and also the screen right here for the infotainment system. One thing I didn't notice is that, or should I say, this car reminds me of the virtual cockpit in the Audi. I mean, it's not a virtual cockpit, but like the way it's just laid out. I mean, you have your screen right here, you have your analog on both ends, but it just reminds me of that atmosphere, which is quite nice. That like the Chevy's paying attention to what works in the industry, or the trending technology in car industry. Like they are paying attention, especially for the Corvette, which is a really high performance vehicle they sell. There's a button right here that says screen, so you push that down, obviously the screen goes on. You have a USB port behind there. You can put like a candy bar or chocolate bar in there, beads, whatever it is. It's just a little cubby hole there, and you can push the button again and the screen goes back up. That's kind of a little cool tactical feature there, very, very discreet. You want to hide something there, but it says screen, so anyone can figure that out on their own if they have brains. But yeah, it's not bad. But one cool thing is, if you didn't notice, if you wanted the screen down, obviously you can push the button down, the screen goes down, and you push down again on the button, the screen goes back up. So reverse for the up position. If you put the screen up, the screen goes down, and you put the screen up, the screen goes up, obviously. So if you didn't know that, it goes both ways, and I guess maybe it's a cool quirk you want to call it in this car. Yeah, the infotainment system is nice, powered by Bose audio system, which is really good for the base Corvette. And you get Bose audio. That's a good sign that you're being taken care of. You're not being stripped out of the looks and all that just to afford a Corvette, so you can brag to your friends or your wife or your coworkers at work they have a Corvette Stingray. Chevy doesn't punish you for that, unlike other manufacturers. Moving along the center console, you have it's dual climate control zones for your ACs, and one thing that's really cool is like when you turn the knob, there are there's a little LCD display in there as well, just a fan speed and whatnot. And when the car is off, it's just all black, which is just sinister. Just looking at it, like, it's just so clean. The black and red, which is the exterior color of this car, it's just so sinister. It's like clean and simple. When you turn on the electronics, everything comes up. The lighting just completes the whole look, just completes the whole look. And you have a plaque right here that says Corvette Stingray, and also if you have the Z06, that'll be says 650 horsepower, 650 pound-feet. I don't know why Chevy does that. I don't know why. It's not enough to remind you that in a Stingray, you have a Stingray Corvette emblem on the steering wheel. That's 2. There's 1 on the front of the car. That's 3. There's 1 behind me on the trunk. That's 4. Oh wait, there's 1 when you open the hood. It just says, the V, the Corvette logo. That's 5. I'm sure if you keep looking, you find more. Trust me, you find more. So let's go over the modes real quick. You have weather. I guess you call it weather for maybe when it's snowing outside and whatnot. Then you look to the right, you have eco. That's pretty self-explanatory. Cylinder deactivation, half the cylinders, boom. MPG goes up, boom, easy. Touring mode, which is just like normal, after baffles exhaust. And sport mode, the exhaust opens up more. You have that, and you put it in track. You have that too, so it's quite good. It's quite decent. It sounds very, very throaty and punchy. All right, guys, let's go for a test drive and see how this car handles. I'm very, very excited. I've been driving this car a while now, like I said earlier. Get the tires warm, engines warm at an optimal temperature, stability control on for this review, and also you're gonna put the mode in track. Let's put it in track mode. Much better. There's just always something about that. V8s are one of the best sounding motors out there, but it's just something about like the American V8. Like, it's that butterfly or raspiness to it, Like, you get what I'm saying. It's just so intoxicating. Oh God. It's not like very, very drastic or anything. Like, it's just, brutal and your face comes off like the GTR launches. It's just a nice rolling start. Just get off the line. It's easy, It's quite good. Not bad. The acceleration is very, very strong, just very muscular. And the way this are set up, the exhaust just goes through the cabin. Nothing is just fed through the speakers. This is actual, that's what the car sounds like, all that 455 ponies underneath the hood, But yeah, you get my point. It's pretty quick. Some drawbacks to this car. It's early on, but might as well just put some drawbacks in there. The backup camera, it looks really outdated. A Hyundai Elantra base has better backup camera than this car does. Just saying. Hopefully, maybe in the higher trims, the backup camera, the graphics is better. But just for this trim, hey, it looks like the ones. Oh, actually, it might be the same as they have in the trucks. So that's one way they can make this thing affordable. I don't blame them, honestly. You get the big V8 on there in the front, rear-wheel drive, good brakes, and leather seats. At least you have dual climate control zones. It's not stripped down like Chevy always like stripped down cars like they're famous for. But yeah, it's not bad just having that. Sitting in traffic, you sit so low to the ground. There's a truck like next to me. I can only see the tires. That's how low I am to this car. And it's only a Corvette. Like, who knew? The infotainment system is great. It's just very easy to use, and the buttons are in arm's reach. It's just quite nice. And the touch screen on the display or the screen that goes up and down, it's a little bit laggy, but the response is it's good. It's decent enough. You know, you can hook up your iPhone here, your phone. You can play music, Bluetooth. You also get, like, for the tech package, you can also offer navigation as well. We have satellite radio for the stream and all that you get for the 1LT packages. So I mean, you can always look that up if you want to know more in detail what you get specifically. But right now, all I care about is just driving this car. I mean, I would like to have the, you know, heads-up display, which is quite neat. You know, heads-up display are really cool. Like, the idea feel, I mean, they're the thing of the future now, and it's been going on for a while now. When the G80 Sport that I drove a while back had one, or has one. I'm sure this one has one too for the higher end trims, but for the base, they could put like a cheap, you know, that's some cheaper head-up display that they could put on there, which would be bad. I mean, you can understand, like, if they put that there, that would just make this car much more. Buyers want to get this car, you know, but what you get, and for the price you're paying for around $45,000 pre-owned for a Corvette, you're getting a good deal if you ask me. So my big question again, which trim, or which trims should you get? The Z06 with 650 horsepower, or the base, or the Grand Sport? It depends on what you want, honestly. Like, the Grand Sport has the you know, the looks, like the canards, the aggressive fenders, the carbon fiber packages, carbon ceramic brakes, all that options on there. The Grand Sport to me is much more like a track focused machine, you know. Well, this is more like a touring car, just cruising around town. I mean, it's not slow, don't get me wrong. You put your foot on the gas, you're just gone, like you just see back there. But my point is, it's up to you on what you should get. I mean, if you can afford it, definitely get the Z06, but just mind you, you're not gonna use all that power on the street, you know, unless you want to get tickets every other week. And if you can afford it, fine by you. I mean, think about it, man. A magnetic ride control in an American car, you know, a sports car. I mean, yes, you should expect that, but it's just not so. It's not American. You see what I'm saying? Like, they have to, like, look at all the part of what other people are doing, you know, like, and just see what works and just implement that into a Corvette. And this car, just with the right, you know, the good driver, the right driver, right, you know, road conditions, whatnot, this car can really set some serious track times, even for the base. Oh God, I gotta slow down now. Alright guys, that's gonna be it on this review of this 2014 Chevrolet Corvette C7 Stingray. I had fun driving this car, surprisingly. This car blew my mind. This car is quick, it's very, you know, it has character, and I appreciate that. Overall, this car is a good car to drive as a daily driver. It's a good track car. You get the Z06 or whatever, you know, whatever package, Z51 package and whatnot. But yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comment section if you thinking about getting this car or the upcoming mid-engine Corvette. If you're finding my channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, because my goal by the end of December is to reach 1,000 subscribers. I know it's possible. You guys can make it happen. Like the video if you enjoyed this video, and as always, peace.